Okay, I was muted too. Technology, what can we say? So settling in, let's just all arrive together by taking a nice breath in as we shrug our shoulders up to our ears and breathe out as we drop them down. And then relaxing your hands next to your body, turning the palms up. Take a nice breath in, using the whole breath as the arms float up, turning the palms down as you breathe out. And then bringing our arms out in front of our body, doing our little Ram Dass breath and meditation. You breathe in and imagine opening your heart. And as you breathe out, quieting your mind. So 2 more, breath in as we open our heart, feeling our heart chakra, and a breath out. Slow, 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 as we quiet our mind. Last one together, breath in. And out. And relax your hands and your thighs around the floor. Dropping your chin to your chest and breathing out. And really acknowledging any tension in the neck as you slowly begin to make movements. For some people, it's going to be back and forth. For some people, it's going to be circles. A little crunching is fine. I always smile. If you have any sharp pains, please stop. And then going in the opposite direction. And then coming to stillness, bringing your legs out in front of you, and spreading them wide. And as you breathe in, bring your arms up and place your hands behind you and push your chest forward. So it's like a tiny back bend. And then as you breathe out, the arms come up and down, and the head and neck relax. So once more together, a nice breath in, stretching and opening the heart. And a breath out as the arms come up and down. And then when you're ready, slowly making your way up to a standing position. As we get ready for tapping. And if you're already up, begin playing with the weight on the feet, as we've been doing, bringing the weight to the outside of your feet and pausing, really exaggerating that feeling and notice where you feel it. And then slowly bring the weight to the inside of the feet. And notice, probably feel it in your adductors. And then bringing your weight to your heels. And then really planting the feet so you feel all parts. I know that I am doing much more walking than I normally do because it's my way to get out and about. And I've become aware in the walking, if you don't really plant the feet, so you're using all parts of your feet, that's how we get aches in our knees, maybe our hips. So lift the toes and notice how the legs engage, lift the top of the head. Slowly planting the toes. And when you're ready, it's the right fist on the left chest. And breathe out. You can make as many noises as you want. Nobody can hear you. Maybe you even have some music going, or maybe you're singing along. But I encourage you to feel that vibration in your body. And then moving to the left shoulder. And down the inside of that left arm. Coming all the way down and clapping the hands. We're going to come up the top of the arm really slowly for all of you who have been on your computers a lot. So it's the top of the hand, slowly moving up the arm, pausing just below the elbow and notice the tension there. Or maybe you've been doing a lot of downward dogs. And then slowly coming all the way up to the shoulder and the armpit and down the left side. And then slowly switching so it's a left fist on the right chest. Breathing out, letting go, tapping on stomach and lung meridian. And then moving to that right shoulder, coming down the inside of that right arm. Coming all the way down, clapping your hands. The top of the hand, the fingers, the thumb. Coming all the way up. And again, pausing just below the elbow and notice. Either computer, cell phone, downward dogs. Really gets tight there. Coming all the way up to the shoulder and the armpit and down the right side. And now 2 hands just below your ribs. Really relax the arms. It's 2 hands on the left as we tap on our stomach that holds worry. And then 2 hands on the right, our liver holds anger. Moving to your kidneys. So our kidneys hold fear. So really breathe out. And our tailbone. And down the backs of our legs. All the way down and clap your feet. down the outside of your legs, all the way down, outside ankles, inside ankles, slowly coming up the inside of the legs. And then 2 inches below your belly button, relax the arms. Focusing on your feet. Perhaps imagining that your feet are grounding even more to the earth. And then slowly relax your arms. And if you can, try not to move anything. And bring an awareness to your body. As slowly as you can, turn the palms out and notice the heart chakra, notice the shoulders. As the hands come up slowly, either just imagining the energy around you or the sun or the energy of the others in the class. As your arms come up, your palms come together and your thumbs to the heart. Quietly making an intention for your day, for your practice, something simple, something sincere. And then slowly relaxing the arms next to your body. I'd like you to focus on your shoulders. So I really and truly miss not asking people what's up with their body. If anybody really is having some issues and they want to email Roots to Wings, I'm happy to focus on whatever that is on our next class. Today we're going to focus, of course, always on our core, our shoulders, maybe our hips, maybe our glutes. So slowly bring your arms up in front of you and allow them to float up and back and around. And now a few more times, and really not trying to overdo. Just imagine that what you're trying to do right now is loosen up the shoulders. So once more. And then switching and going in the opposite direction. And then slowly relax. So maybe it has to do with the fact that it's so quiet here. I'm sorry for turning around. I felt like I needed to be closer to you. We're going to do a little chakra movement. And I really encourage you when we get to our throat chakra, to make whatever noise you can to really just let it out. So starting with our first chakra at our perineum, a little bit of movement. And breathe out, and maybe you begin to notice any tension there. The arms are relaxed as the movement comes up a little higher. Breathing out. And the third chakra is your solar plexus, so a little more movement. I really miss the music. Maybe you're singing along. And then when you come to the heart, bring some movement into your arms. And now here we go. Really rock the roof as you take a nice breath in and let out whatever noise you can. And stop and just notice any release. And continue to wiggle a little as you move the head and the top of the head. And then slowly coming to stillness. Take a nice breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, I'd like you to tuck your chin and slowly roll down. Hands can slide down the legs. A little bit of shaking of the head if you care to. And then bend the knees and slowly roll it up. I disappeared for a minute because I was looking for my water. I really let it out through my voice. Well, grounding the feet, begin swinging the arms around your body. And let them go loose. And notice any tension here in the lower back. Allowing the head to move in the same direction as the arms. Allowing the arms to tap on the body, maybe. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bringing a slight bend to the knees. If your knees feel comfortable, like you're sitting in a chair, your hands are in front of your stomach just for awareness. As we do our intestinal exercises, I can hear Kathy saying, let's do 40. So here we go. Pull in and push out. Pull in and push out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. And slowly straighten your knees if they were bent, and maybe give your belly a little rub and relax. And just notice your mind as well as your core. Sometimes when we do that, the object is to bring the energy out of the mind and into the body. Turning your palms out, allow your arms to float up overhead. And I don't know, maybe if I get closer you can see me. I'm trying not to use my shoulders. I'm trying to have it all come from my back muscles. And then turn the palms out. Take a nice breath in, and as slowly as you can, allow the palms to come back down by your side. So here we go again. The arms float up. And now imagine I've come around and I'm placing my hands on your shoulders so they relax. And your fingertips are reaching up. Now I'd like you to focus on the left foot and the left hand as you reach even more. And the right hand and the right foot as you reach even more. And now take a nice breath in and a little bit of a tilt to the right. Just enough until you really feel the stretch down the left side. But the reason why we're reaching with the right is I don't want any collapsing. It's more about opening. You can bring the arms a little forward if you have back issues. Two more breaths. Slowly back to center. The palms turn out, and as slowly as you can, the arms come back down to your body. Shrug the shoulders up and back and down. Turn the palms out. And as you lift the arms, you probably have the image down now. It's not about the shoulders. It's about the back muscles, lifting the arms. Ground with the right foot and reach with the right fingers. Ground with the left foot and reach with the left fingers. Take a nice breath in and a little tiny tilt to the left. And really feel the stretch from the right sole to the right fingers. Maybe it's in front of the hip. Maybe it's in the ribs. One more breath. And then slowly back to center. Turn the palms out and see if this time you can bring your arms down even slower. And roll those shoulders up and back and down. And bringing your arms up to the horizon, swinging the right arm under the left. If you can, bring your palms together in eagle arms. If you can't, just hug. So this is about stretching those shoulders forward. So little tiny movements, maybe up and down, maybe side to side. You become this little minion in your shoulders. So you can feel, oh, that left shoulder is a little tight, or oh, that right shoulder. now we're going to use our breath for the stretch. So the right elbow drops, the chin drops, and now bring the breath into the back body, in between the shoulder blades. And slowly release the arms, allow them to float up. And this time it's the left under the right, bringing the palms together if you can, or just hugging the shoulders. And once again, little movements. And then slowly dropping the left elbow, dropping the chin, taking that breath into the back body. And slowly relax the arms. And now I'd like you to keep your arms as straight as you can as you roll your left shoulder blade back and then the right. And now pushing those shoulder blades together. Maybe you can raise your arms a little, but I want you to focus on the shoulder blades getting closer and closer and closer together. And it can be a bit of work. I can actually work up a sweat. But you get to do it as hard or as not hard as you like. And now you're feeling the stretch in the shoulders in the opposite direction. You might also be feeling it in your biceps. One more breath. And then slowly relax the arms and let them float up to the horizon. Take a nice breath in. And as you breathe out, this time we're going to bind the left arm behind you and wrap it around you. And if you can, you're going to bring the right palm down to meet the left. So it's like you have prayer hands on your right shoulder or somewhere, allowing your hands to do whatever you can. Diane, with your broken arm, I hope you're just relaxing right now. And take a nice breath in and turn your chin towards that right shoulder. And now, ever so slowly, allow the chin to come back to center and move in the direction of the left shoulder. And back to center. The arms float up again. Hopefully they're releasing. The right arm binds behind and the left palm comes down to join. If this feels enough of a stretch, feel free to stay here and not even move your head. As some of us, the chin is going to move towards the right shoulder. And back through center to the left. And back to center. And slowly release. So I'm going to demonstrate something that's so easy. I'm sure you're probably gonna laugh, but it really is a nice release for the shoulders. When we come down to the floor of the mat, I'm gonna have you either bring your arms up like this, straight up towards the ceiling, and then almost like a windmill, the right arm goes back and the left arm comes down by your hip, and then they come back to center, and the left drops on the right by the hip. So coming down to your floor mat now, legs can be straight or bent. Arms are straight. Slowly they come up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing one another. And now as you breathe in, allow the right arm to drop back by your ear and the left to come down by your side. As you breathe out, they come up. So the in and out doesn't matter, but I'd like you to go back and forth. And you might notice, oh, it's really quite easy on one side, and the other side is a little tighter. So as one arm reaches for the ear, the other drops by your side, a few more. And then slowly relax both arms next to your body. Take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And feel your body on the earth. And then slowly the arms come up, pointing to the ceiling again. And now I'd like you to reach up with your fingertips like you can touch the ceiling and see what happens to your shoulder blades. And then breathe out and drop the shoulder blades back. So a few more times, breathe in and reach. And breathe out and drop. And breathe in and out. And now, I'm often talking about the serratus, which is the muscle that goes under the shoulder blades, and it's the muscle that keeps the shoulders from rounding forward. So I'd like you to kind of collapse everything but your pinky. Just not in a firm like you're making a fist, just relax the other fingers. And now begin reaching just with the pinky and dropping. And do it a few more times at your own pace and see if you can just bring an awareness into the feeling of using the serratus. This is going to be hard because right now I'd say, and somebody remind me when we sit up, to do this again. I'll have to remind myself. And then slowly relax the arms next to the body. Take a nice breath in as you shrug those shoulders up. And as slowly as you can as you drop them down. So a little waking up of the glutes and the core, bending one knee and then the other as you drop your feet on the mat. Palms are facing down and they're walking towards your heels. And now using just about 50% of your core energy. Engage the small muscles of the core. And now fully engage the core, fully engage the glutes. If you have any doubt about your glutes, give them a poke with your finger. As everything is engaged, and then the hips really just float up. It's not a lifting of the hips, it's the core. It's the pushing in of the feet, the pushing down of the shoulders. Maybe 2 breaths here. And now, as you roll down, think about having your sternum drop away from you. So the sternum drops, and then the next vertebrae, and the next vertebra, and the next, until you come all the way down. And once you're down, dropping your thighs in towards your body and giving them a really, really nice hug. So either holding on to the backs of the thighs or holding on to your shins. Take a nice breath in, the arms are relaxed. And when you breathe out, tense the arms and pull the thighs in towards the body and feel the stretch. And breathe in and relax the arms. And breathe out and really tug with those arms. And release the hands and drop the feet and straighten that left leg out. So we have been doing our core exercises. I'm going to come closer. We've been doing the core exercises this way for a couple weeks. So I'm going to allow you to actually go a little further if you like. So my right knee is bent, my right foot is on the mat, and my left leg is straight and the heel is reaching away. Place your hands behind your neck, not behind your head, and I stack them one on top of the other. I don't clasp them. I breathe in, I tuck my chin, I breathe out, and I come up. One breath here, and slowly down. And when you come up, imagine that you can feel your ribs sliding down. So breath in, breath out as you come up. Holding for one breath and coming down. So this is perfect for some people. If you care to push it a little further, breath in and tuck your chin, breath out as you come up. And now a little bit, staying up, you drop only 1/100 of an inch and then back up. So you're doing some slow pulsing. You can really feel the core is working hard, hard, hard. And then you get to come down whenever you like. So for the next few seconds, doing whatever kind of core feels right for you. Maybe you're up and pulsing. Maybe you've decided to rest. And now your last one, that right knee that's bent, drop that right thigh in towards your body And hold on to the shin. And try to keep it kind of centered in, not pointing out towards your shoulder. Take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, really give a nice little squeeze to stretch the knee and the hip. Release the hands, and this time you're going to straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. So even here, you're going to be either using your core, or if you need to bring your hands to your thigh, you can. And now allow the toes to point towards your forehead. And now allow your toes to point towards the ceiling. And once more at your own pace, really feeling that ankle joint. And with the toes pointed towards your forehead, imagine that that right leg is lengthening away from you as you slowly lower it down to the mat. And maybe give it a little wiggle when it's down there. Bending the left knee and placing the left foot flat. Lengthen that right leg away from you and push the heel into the mat. This is protecting your lower back. So hands behind the neck. I like to bring my elbows up just a tiny bit, not like exactly like a V, but that also protects your neck. So a nice breath in as you tuck your chin, a breath out as you come up. Hold for a breath and back down. Breath in and tuck your chin. Breath out as you come up. Breath out as you drop down. So just as we did on the other side, you have the option. Breath in, tuck, breath out, and come up. And then you have the option to do a little pulsing. You can really feel the core working. And maybe you go back to the slow up and down. You find whatever is working for your core, what's working for you. And then the last one, so we're all eventually down on the floor, on our mat. You drop that left thigh in towards your body, placing your hands on the shin. A nice breath out as you give a nice tug and feel the stretch in the hip and the knee. And then straighten that left leg. Toes back towards your forehead. And then toes up towards the ceiling. See how straight you can get the front of that ankle. Toes towards the forehead. Toes towards the ceiling. And then the toes come back towards the forehead. Lengthen by pushing through the heel and slowly, slowly lower that leg. And give a little shake, the legs. And then bending both knees, both feet are on the mat. Just for the count of 5 to kind of relax our core and our lower back. Let's lift and drop the hips. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stop. So now we're going to do that kind of enforced bicycle. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bent, and the left thigh is in towards your body. So you breathe in as you squeeze on that left leg. As you breathe out, the left leg straightens and the right drops in towards the body and you grab it. So breath in as you squeeze, breath out as you straighten the right, and the left drops. The left thigh drops. And now as you go back and forth, you might just be enjoying this, but if you really want some more core work, when you bring the straight leg out, have it hover above the floor. So like the right thigh is in, the left leg is hovering and straight. The right leg is straight and hovering, and the left is in. Or maybe you've had enough, and when you straighten that leg, it rests on the floor. So a few more back and forth. Trying to coordinate with the breath, but not to the point that you're constricting anything. Last round. And slowly stop. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mat. We're going to come back to doing our bridge. So I'd like you this time to place your hands just above your hips. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the mat. And I talk about small muscles, they're so important. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just when I say only use like 50%, you can feel those small core muscles just above the hips begin to engage. And now fully engage the core, and you can feel your tailbone. It moves up towards the ceiling as you place your palms on the mat. You press into the palms and the feet and lift the hips. And now as you come down, if you can again, drop the sternum first, and then one vertebra at a time. And slowly roll to one side. And bring yourself up to a table. And allow your thighs to come close together. And then slowly dropping your hips in one direction and then the other. And if this feels good, fine. If it doesn't, you can just pick something else you'd rather do. Just like a little movement back and forth. Last one. And now widening your knees a bit. And come into child, I want to use it more as a stretch in the back. So coming down into your child, I'd like you to engage your core and kind of lift your chest up as you drop back into your child, and see if you can get more of a real stretch in the back. And then bringing your palms together, walking your palms to the left, and really dropping into your child, allowing that right hip to really drop down and away. See if you can keep the palms together like in a prayer position, and really breathe into the stretch on the right side. And then back to center, and then moving to the right and dropping that left hip down and out as you feel the stretch up the left side. And coming back to center and slowly pushing yourself up to a table and straightening that left leg on the mat and really pressing in to the toes and getting a good stretch in the left hamstring. And now I'd like you to engage your core and really press the palms into the mat. So it's your core that's lifting that left leg up. And then allow that left leg to move across your body and drop on to the right. And maybe you look over your right shoulder and feel the stretch in the hip and all the way up the left side. And then the left leg lifts up, the left knee drops, and then dropping into whatever child feels right for you. You might have long arms. Your arms might be next to your body. For 2 breaths here, and I encourage you to come back to your intention. Come back to your intention for the day, your intention for your practice. Was it peace, love, health? Slowly coming back to a table, straightening that right leg, and this is a great opportunity to really stretch that right hamstring as you press into the toes. And now engage the core, engage the glutes as that right leg floats up. It swings across your body and drops down onto the left as you look over your left shoulder. Oh, and feel a nice stretch up the right side of your body. Slowly the right leg floats up, The right knee drops and you come all the way down onto your belly. Stacking one hand on top of the other and your forehead on the top of the right hand. And lengthen your toes away from you. And taking a few breaths here. See if you can bring some opening in the front of the hips. And now bringing your arms next to your body, so your your thumbs are kind of lined up with your shoulders. So I'm going to instruct you a little bit different today. As you start to press into the palms and come up, what I want you to focus on is that your shoulder blades come together and they drop down. You press your pubic bone into the mat and the shoulder blades are coming together and down. And then a nice breath in and a breath out as you drop. And now bringing your arms into cactus arms, which is out to the side and up, turning your head to the right. Allow your right leg to slide up like you're sleeping on your belly as you come into half frog. So the right leg is on the mat. The cactus arms aren't super important, but if you can kind of bring them into that feeling of a cactus, it brings a little bit more of a stretch into the shoulders. And now imagine that your right thigh is dropping down towards the earth as you come into this nice passive stretch. This is usually where I walk around and see where everybody is, but so I guess I'll have to join you. And then slowly the right leg straightens, the head turns to the left, and that left knee bends as you slide up and become a half frog on this side. Sometimes it's because people don't like to be passive. If you care to kind of pulse that left thigh down towards the earth a little, and then release. And then slowly straighten that left leg and roll over onto your back. So we're going to use the tense and release on our backs as well today. So the right ankle is on the left knee. And as you thread the needle, both feet are flexed. And you pull that left thigh in towards your body. And now, without really using your hand, your right hand, I'd like you to push that right knee away from your body. And you can feel this feeling in your right glute really working. So what happens when you tense and then we stretch, you can often get a better stretch. And now bring your right hand to your right knee And bring that right knee in towards your left shoulder. See if you can feel a really good stretch. One more breath. And then slowly release. Drop that right foot, drop the left. Take a nice breath in and out. And now it's the left ankle on the right knee. As you pull that right thigh in towards the body, let's feel the stretch. And now, without using your hand, just using that left glute, push that left knee away from you, push it away, push it away, push it away. And now grab it with your left hand and pull it in towards your right shoulder. Oh. And release. Drop both feet on the mat. Take a nice breath in and out. Bringing the soles of your feet together. Placing your hands, if you care to, on your body, on your belly or on your chest. So the same principle applies here about tensing and relaxing. So if you want to try it, press the soles of your feet together for just the count of like 3. 1, 2, 3, and then relax. And sometimes the muscles just relax a little bit more. A few breaths here. Connecting with your body, connecting with your spirit. When we inhabit our body with total awareness, it's such a healing, not just to our body, but to our spirits. And then when you're ready, bringing your knees together and walking your feet towards the edge of your mat. So we're not going to get fancy today and do just one leg and just the other. We're going to drop both knees in the same direction. So your feet are lined up with the edge of your mat. You take a breath in, and as you breathe out, the knees drop to the right. Perhaps you feel that stretch down the inside of that left thigh, that left hip. The arms are relaxed next to your body. And then a breath in as you come back to center. And a breath out as they drop to the left. And slowly back to center, and then rolling to one side and coming up to a seated position. Your legs can be crossed or straight. And maybe you you know, if you have any flesh back there, maybe you get rid of some of your flesh. And drop your hands next to your body and relax your shoulders and notice how having the fingertips on the floor really helps you lengthen the body. I'd like you to engage your core a little bit too and just notice what happens. And then bringing your straight arms in front of your knees and pressing with the backs of your arms, and notice how it lengthens the spine. Drop the left hand on the mat, and without using either arm, I'd like you to turn the right ribs forward and the left back. Maybe the left hand moves. So the movement is coming from the inside out. It's not the arms pushing. And once you've reached a comfortable place, if you want to place that right hand on your left knee, you can. Maybe you haven't forced yourself to stretch more, but when you do it from the inside out, it really uses those small muscles. So breath in and lengthen, a breath out and twist. Imagine perhaps you're twisting all the toxins from your body. And slowly back to center. If your legs are crossed, crossing them in the opposite direction. Straightening your arms and using the straight arms to lengthen the spine. Dropping the right hand on the mat. And now really close your eyes and feel that left rib coming forward and the right back. It doesn't matter how much you twist. It's really about using those internal muscles to make the twist, not the hands. And if the left hand moves to the right knee, it's just to support where you are, not to force you any further. A breath in as you straighten, a breath out as you twist. And slowly coming back to center and making your way to your restorative. It can be legs up on a chair, legs up a wall, just laying down with a blanket. Once you're down, I'd like you to bring your attention to your face. Allowing the muscles in your face to release and relax. And starting with 3, I'd like you to count your exhales, and each exhale almost like it's a peeling of an onion as you relax even more. So 3, and then 2, and then 1. Slowly, slowly releasing. Now as you relax into your breath, your natural breath, Notice how the body almost widens as the tension releases in the belly and the shoulders and the legs. Feel the breath coming in. Feel the breath going out. As you allow your breath to be a returning, feel free to stay exactly where you are. I'm going to read a closing poem by Dana Falls, who's a yoga teacher and a poet. Throw off the bonds of your conditioning and fear and celebrate the wonder of being here. Experience this moment as it is, connected by breath and essence to the whole. You couldn't be separate if you tried. Live this day as if the earth exhales blessings in your direction, as if trees speak their deepest secrets in your ear, as if birds' songs can lift you outside your ordinary state of mind and bring you into truth. Be the creative juice flowing through the universe. Be silence and stillness, the ocean of love so palpable that not one cell of you disputes the truth that you are that. So that not one cell of you disputes the truth that you are love. Namaste, and thank you for practicing today. You can stay exactly where you are and enjoy your rest for a few more minutes, or slowly